Hello everyone, this is Chris and welcome back to Cosmic Chapter 2. And how did I not notice this when I was logging into the world? I'm not exactly sure, but I think Garion has been over to my base. It's just a hunch, but I don't know. Garion, if I knew where your base was, you would be in some serious trouble right now. But anyways, today what I want to work on is something I have really not touched that much since the very start of the season, and that is spawn. Spawn, for the most part, it has a whole bunch going for it. Like, if we fly up and we take a quick look, we can see that there is a lot going for it. We can see, like, there's my house over here, there's this building right there, there's these houses, there's like a bunch of things around over there at spawn, but these are just mainly, I guess, blobs in the center of the main island. You can see there's a whole bunch of just filler space in between with really nothing serious going on in almost every single place around the spawn area. So I figured today at least doing a small part in trying to fill the gap a little bit to make it look at least a little bit nicer. And whether through a world download or looking back at this series, I want to be happy with the way our spawn actually looked. And yeah, I guess we better start off with our very first starter house. I had a plan in my creative world on actually adding in a sort of little hangout area right to the side of it, and I never did it. I just left it clear for the longest time. So I figured today we actually finally build it and actually get this thing installed. Whoa! I was coming down here for a second just to pick up some granite, and this was the starter mine I mined out in, and it seems as though other people have decided to come down here and make this place huge. Like, look at the size of this place. I mean, we got to do something with this. I don't know what we could do with this because, again, we are underneath other people's territory too. But yeah, this is insane. Anyways, the pattern's going to be relatively similar to the one we had right at the front gate or at the front door with the sort of pathway heading down that way. The only issue is I don't have many bricks, so in case we don't find any, we're going to have to resort just using the granite and things. And you know what, it's fine looking like this. I just think it would look a little bit better with just a smidge more bricks. But oh well. But another thing we could do to break it up a little bit is adding in a campfire right here. So yeah, we could do that, and then we can also surround it using the trapdoors just to make it seem like, a little side alley, like garden area where you could just hang out with some friends. I'm already liking the way this is looking, but we can make it look even better by adding in other types of things around here. This is already looking miles better than what it once was. Like, before it was just like grass, and that was it. Now it's actually a small little area you can hang out with, and I'm tempted on actually continuing this around and over here. Maybe, if we can get ourselves a few more bricks, then we should definitely do something like that. But what we should also do is tear down this tree. This tree is just an absolute eyesore with it just sitting up here. And the reason I put it up here is because I didn't want Ponsel being everywhere, just spreading every single place around here. But yeah, because I don't really come here too often, I guess it is time for this strange little mega taiga tree planting area to go. There we go, got that down. I also leveled down this floor a little bit so we can have this path continually heading its way all the way to the main spawn point. And I continued this little back alleyway just right the way around here for a little back porch area. And yeah, I think for my starter base, I can probably officially call this done. But before we move on, there's one small little thing left, and that is with this one oak log or oak block. It doesn't seem too important, but this is actually the very first piece of the very first block I actually ever placed inside of this singular season, and it has stayed here this entire time. But now it has to go because it is getting in its way. We should probably do something with this. We should probably put this someplace safe. Like, I don't know, it feels like such a momentous thing of it just being my very first block. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this oak block inside my ender chest, and then we'll put it somewhere even better in the future. But yeah, for now my starter base feels pretty complete now. But what we want to do now is we want to continue this path heading its way right the way down there and right the way to the main spawn area. So I guess we gotta we got to break out the shovel and do a whole bunch of pathing. I'm not really sure if there's any serious technique on doing this, or just if you just randomly click around here to make a path, but I don't know, I'll just do what I feel, what feels natural to me. Also, on the way, instead of just having random torches just sitting its way around the place, I'm going to be putting some lampposts, sort of similar to what I did over at my starter base, just sitting its way right the way around there, because otherwise, it just looks, torches look messy. I mean, for your first couple of days, it's fine, but when you have, like, them still months later inside of your same starter world, there's a point where it's just like, you know what, we should probably upgrade to something a little bit better. Something like this. Is Garion stalking me? I'm getting some serious vibes that Garion is kind of slightly stalking me. Garion, you're a great guy and all, but there is more to life than just me in Cosmic. Anyways, what I've done is I've actually continued this path all the way down here and across this one river. I've noticed that, yeah, there is a small little stream, so I had to build this, I guess, small little bridge, and I'm not completely happy with it, but you know what, for bringing a bridge, it does its job. Maybe it needs some other types of blocks or something, but yeah, we will be working up here in just a little bit, but before that, I noticed that there's a small little gap right here, this big bit of land right between my base and Hyperion's base that just has never been used for anything. I think just because it's so close to each other's places, like we've just never felt like we were able to build on top of it. So what I'm thinking of doing is just building, I guess it's sort of like a park. You could kind of call it like that, because there's going to be a big tree, there's going to be some streams, and there's going to be, it's going to be other things around here. Don't know how to explain it, but there's going to be other types of things around this place. And because this is a relatively decent sized space, I don't think jump cuts are going to quite do it. So, you know what that means? Time to hop ourselves inside of a time lapse. I'm kind of missing living here now, especially now that we have done all of this. Take a look at this beauty just right here, right now. And this is one element of Minecraft that I am really not good at, so this took me quite a decent amount of time to do. So I guess let's show you around a little bit. So first off, we have this one little stream with two little bridgeways. We have the mega tree, which I'm not sure about the top of it, but you know what, for now it does its job. We have some benches here and there. We have some bamboo, and we have some mushrooms. You might be wondering if I'm like starting another bamboo apocalypse or something like that. But what I'm actually doing is keeping with the theme of Eva's statue contest we had a little while ago, because you can see there's bamboo here, there's mushrooms here, and I figured like throughout the entirety of the spawn area, I should probably at least try and keep in with the theme, and also added a little docking area and a small little bridge. I noticed Hyperion, he didn't really have any proper bridge or anything linking over here. He was just using a little nether pathway, so I figured upgrading it a little bit for him, and hopefully he likes it. If he doesn't, I don't know what to say to him. I guess we'll have to work something out. But yeah, I am extremely happy with the way this actually turned out. But we are only just getting started with our spawn renovations, and now we're heading over to a place which I built up, but not really that well, because I built up this birthday guy in a box, and I built up this Christmas festive things, and yeah, they were supposed to only be temporary things, but people like them so much to the point where it's like people didn't want them to be removed, and yeah, they've just been sitting here this whole time, and I think, like, they still look good, but I think they're just messy, just sitting its way around here. So I think maybe we build up sort of themed areas just a little bit around these two areas, around the birthday area and the Christmas area, just to make it look a little bit better. And the barrels I placed in all that time ago, they are still here. I have not removed them ever since I placed them down. Like, how lazy can I get to the point where I've not even removed these? But yeah, let's actually do that and actually clean up this place a little bit. So I guess the theme of this thing is going to be, I guess, somewhat similar to what you would see in a birthday party in like a backyard or a back garden or something like that. I mean, I guess that's sort of the theme I'm going for. I don't know any better way to describe it, but you'll see what I mean when this is slightly more finished. And with that, we have the birthday section completely done. And yeah, it's nothing too spectacular. We have some wooden paths heading its way right to the center of the present guy. We have some other paths leading out to what will eventually be other types of things out there. Then we have another path leading that way. We have some tables with some cakes, some balloons all around the place. What looks like, I guess, a birthday mini game type thing. And yeah, nothing too simple or nothing too spectacular. Just a relatively simple thing that just I guess spices up the area just a little bit. And now time to spice up the Christmas area. First off, I'm going to need quite a substantial amount of snow. So here's what this area looks like right now, and here's what it looks like afterwards. And so I guess what I want to do down here is I guess Christmasify it by replacing all the grass with snow, by adding in candy canes, and by adding in a few other types of festive style things. And yes, I know we are still 9 months away from Christmas, but you know what? It's 2021, and it's never too early to get them out. Okay, if I'm honest, 9 months might be a smidge too early for it. But oh well, we've done it anyways. Well, where we added a whole bunch of snow around the place, I've added in some brown carpets with some light underneath it. I've added this path laying down there, some candy canes around the place, some other just smaller Christmas trees, and yeah, a bit early. I'm a bit early, or you could call it a little bit late, but oh well, I kinda like the way this actually turned out. Wait, what? I'm not going crazy here, but wasn't this stone at the beginning of the episode and not quartz? Like, I was heading back to my base to pick up some more things for the next project we have planned, and then this is here. This new Garian sign is just here. I think Garian has officially punctured my bubble. He's inside my bubble. He's inside my space, and I feel slightly uncomfortable because of that. Anyways, for the actual reason we're here, let's pick up some actual other bits and bobs for this this next part of spawn I want to renovate. So basically, what I want to do with this one area is, I guess, an idea we've had quite a long time ago, before even this season began, and that is creating a sort of market stand area where we could have sort of a mini shopping district here, and we're gonna have a whole bunch of stands and other things around here. And I was considering selling them off, but then I thought, wait a minute, someone could just buy every single stand. So I'm considering instead, just like, you know, in case you want to stand over here and you want to sell like something, then just ask me, and then we can work something out. But yeah, let's get this first one out so I can actually show you what one of these will look like. And here it is. Here's the little marketplace stand. Nothing too spectacular. Something relatively simple. But yeah, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding in quite a substantial more amount of these right the way around this little place, heading its way right the way down there, which will, I guess, sort of lead people over here, over the bridge, and into this little area we built over there. And after about 20 minutes, I added in a few of them, and I realized that adding in the exact same ones over and over again would get very repetitive, so I made some that's a little bit smaller than other ones, and some that's quite a bit smaller than other ones, and some that's the same size, and yeah, it's starting to look like a small little marketplace area. But before we continue with this little area, I actually want to head our way down here. We are going to build more market stands down here first, but before we do that, what I actually want to do is I want to build I guess a sort of well in the center of the this marketplace area. I guess just to break it up a little bit, because again, like even with like changing the size of the market stand area, it still get very, very repetitive. So I think just adding in a small little well at the center of the town would break it up just a little bit more. This is one good looking well. But I think there's one thing that would make this look even better. Beautiful. And it's even more beautiful now, the fact we have every single one of the stands placed in, and it's already feeling like I wanted to give the feeling of like being very, very cramped in and very condensed space, and I think I've actually pulled that off. And the beauty shall continue, as we are now going to be placing in a whole bunch of I guess stone style walls, which is going to be relatively random, kind of like what I had at my my front door of my old house, just with, you know, random styles of roughly the same color blocks, just something like that around there, just to make it feel like you're just not walking around inside of a grass patch. And after a couple hours later, I feel like this singular floor actually really ties in this entire market stand shopping district place. I mean, I don't know what it is, but everything just feels so much more tied together. Like even outside of it, it just feels like it merges in pretty well with the birthday area, which merges in pretty well with the other area. Like everything about this market stand place, like it really fits in. And I think after today, I've realized that, you know, I love working on my mega base, building all that stuff, but when you build with Prismarine, so often, like, pretty much the only block you're working with, it kind of gets, not dull, it just feels, I guess, repetitive. But when you come over here, when you do something like this, which is just completely different, like, everything we've done today is just completely different. Like, there's lots of terraining, there's lots of, like, building type things. There's just a whole bunch of things like that just makes things feel so incredibly fresh. And we're not done with it yet. We are definitely not done with it. We've only worked on pretty much the area from spawn to my starter house. There is still so much more spawn left to do with all this area around here, with this area around here, and in future videos we will definitely come back here to do even more progress around spawn to tie things together even better. But yeah, for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.